Damn, what an intro. Got my own hype man here. Don't worry, I'm going to bring it down real quick, so it's going to be good. This is the chill hour. So we go from cute elephant game to cute campfire game. So yeah, I'm good to go whenever. So, all right. I'll give you a 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so yeah, this is the last campfire, and I am SeductiveSpatula. This game is made by the infamous, for unfortunate reasons, company Hello Games. They made a series of games called Joe Danger back in the day. They are really fun games, but they are more famous for the disastrous launch of No Man's Sky. A game that, to their credit, they've really turned around and fixed, as I understand, and it's become what it was supposed to be. So great success story there. I think that's really cool and really impressive. But yeah, after they finished No Man's Sky, a small group of the or part of the studio went on to create this game, which is a little like isometric platform puzzle game. Which is a genre I have sort of pigeonholed myself into, I guess. This is this is me typecast here. All of the games I seem to enjoy speedrunning are isometric adventure games. But yeah, so the big thing so far, you play as this little ember guy. He got lost on a boat and wants to find his way home. And along the way, we're going to solve a bunch of puzzles. And there's a little bit of wonky movement to this game. So the game tells you hold B to, if you play on a controller, hold B to run. Holding B doesn't work. Hello. If you just hold B, then after a couple seconds, like a second and a half, you slow back down to walking speed. So to actually keep running at all times, which we want to do because we attempt to go fast, you have to like rhythmically, like with a certain rhythm, like hold and let go, hold, let go, like at certain intervals. So you'll see these little like dust particles that I'll kick up, and as long as I have dust particles, I'm moving fast. Just trust me. Now the game for the most part is pretty chill, and the intro is pretty heavy on the narration. I love the narration, but I will not be quiet for it. Maybe I'll let you enjoy a little bit of it later on. We'll see. But we're on our way to our first puzzle. So these like little flame things are embers. Wait, no, I'm the ember. Here we go. I remember now. I'm the ember. That's a flame. It's very different. But those are sort of, I don't know how to really describe it, but it's sort of like we'll get to that in a bit. This first puzzle is a little different than the others. This is the general idea of how they will work. You will interact with something, you will be put into like a set room where you do the puzzle. And for the most of the game, you will solve puzzles to help other embers like yourself. I'm going the wrong way. There we go. So this puzzle isn't terribly interesting, simply because there's literally nothing you can do to speed it up, aside from not going the wrong way, of course, like I showed off.
Almost within reach.
But later on, we get to some pretty fun solutions to puzzles, and we also get to some cool little skips in tech. So stay tuned for that. What a teaser! So we solved this puzzle simply to open up the path to go over to the right. You can actually just walk through these like stone statues that you'll see in a second. These two big guys right here. You can just walk through them, but there's no loading zone there, so you can't actually progress. There's a bunch of scenes like that where you need to do a certain amount of stuff to be able to actually progress.
The flame lingered ahead. Was it trying to escape?
Listen to this awesome narration. I love it. And yeah, I'm just going to be running around for a little bit, so if you have anything to share with the people, go for it.
I indeed do. I have Random Pink Bunny here with a $10 donation that says, "Good luck on the run, Elsked." find that last campfire. XOXO, random pink bunny. Thank you so much for that donation. And that is going towards Pokemon White 2 80% Cynthia boss fight. As I said before, put those donations towards all those bids out there because Stream 2 cannot end if you keep adding more games to the roster.
That's the strategy. We'll be here into September. Stream 1 is over. Stream 2 keeps going for another month.
Another month? Let's go until ESL Winter. We'll just change the logos halfway.
Yeah, honestly, just keep it going. Oh, this is not working. Please. This doesn't even save time at this point. Why? No, we have to... Oh, that's the walk of shame. Having to go all the way around. Alright, so this is just... It's a pretty standard puzzle. You just put the... if you put the statue in front of... well, the little guy in front of the statues, you lock them in place so you can turn the other ones while not affecting that one. And this flame, this puzzle, is the first one where we actually save another ember. So, in this world, a lot of people have just gotten lost in this, well, in this world, I guess, this area. They arrive in boats and they get stuck. So, these guys have essentially like lost all hope, so they've just turned into these like stone statues. So we help them out and save them. And each area of the game has 7 of these little guys. I think they're called, yeah, they're referred to as forlorn. So each area has 7 of them. We only need to save 4 for any given section to move on. And then any extras are just, well, bonuses, I guess, if you want to experience it all, do all the puzzles. We'll get into the first little bit of fun stuff of this game, which all involves picking these guys up. Well, not these guys specifically, but just picking up stuff, walking into walls, and then you just whip. Okay, here we go. For whatever reason, if you put an object down by a corner and you move to the other side of the corner and then try to pick it up again, you just zip to the top of a wall, which that is a minor example of that. You'll see some bigger ones later. We also have some other tech that we'll play around with. This is another puzzle where you can't really do a whole lot. You just do the thing. So we'll just let the narrator speak, I guess. Never mind. So the music for these puzzle rooms are like sort of adaptive. So as you get, like, it starts off super gentle, and as you get towards the solution, or like reach the end of the puzzle, it starts picking up a little bit in intensity, which is something I've always enjoyed in games. I love it when they do that. So here's our second forlorn, and then we're gonna have some more fun with the frog statue. Frog statue, very powerful item in this game.
The stranger met Ember's eyes. The two shared a moment of silence.
So we just conveniently left it outside the wall, and we can just interact with it to sit back, so that's fun. And now we're going to get a very clear example of what I was talking about earlier, about corners and items. We just plop this guy down in the corner, and yeah, there we go. I don't know why, but it works. Alright, so we're just up here. We'll just walk through the wall here casually. And we have no need for that guy anymore. Well, this is one of the earliest puzzles where you we actually have a bit of an alternate strategy, I suppose. So you're supposed to move all of these stone wheels to create a path. However, you can avoid moving 2 of them really at all. So you just clear a path here, and normally you would put the 2 wheels that are lined up vertically.
Retreating from what
well, in regards to the screen, I guess. You're supposed to push them up so they make like a bridge.
The stranger had ventured on.
But we can just backtrack a little bit and actually ends up saving a good amount of time, because now we don't need to deal with those at all.
Deep in the woods.
Some of that seems obvious, but it took a while before I figured out you could actually do that.
Pointless.
The classic issue. It's something I feel like people don't talk about a lot when it comes to speedrunning, is that you get so used to doing things one particular way, and you start overthinking things so much that it's always fun when someone, like, either you go back and revisit something, or someone new shows up and is like, why don't you just go through the door or like something like that. And I was like, oh no, we have this really advanced setup. It's really
The
fun.
stranger spoke hesitantly. Is the campfire crowded? Let me gather myself. I'll see you there.
Alright, see you there. I'm gonna... no, we're not gonna do that, never mind. I was gonna do something really stupid, but we can actually get stuck, so let's just ignore it. I heard Stream 2 was behind schedule, so you don't need my services.
I deny everything.
Fake news. Hey, usually that's my job to mess up Stream 2 schedule, I feel, but it's all good.
I got you covered, man.
Excellent. So you might have seen that there's only like actually 3 guys, not 4, that we've saved, because this guy he doesn't have a puzzle associated with him. He just chills out here. So by just walking up to him, this counts as our 4th guy. So now we have enough to light the fire, the campfire, and talk to this spooky ghost man for a bit, and then we can move on.
Ghost spoke. I will warm them. Ember looked to the ghost for answers. This is to travel.
And this is
free,
where
but none have the forest
actually
green,
having good
and
mashing
those
is
who
probably a
linger
good thing.
will
I do
turn
not.
again that word.
You can alternate a little bit. We'll also use enter for a bit.
The forlorn are though, if you
This is
find
how
them,
you entertain yourself
send them
during
to me and I will guide them. I am mystic.
during,
So many lost embers have ember
long
thoughts
sections
those
like
they
this. You
love.
just alternate your input
Those
method.
they'd left the path ahead. Know that if you return, you will always be
And again, I
welcome.
apologize for interrupting this
Little one, the path
this poor
to-
narrator all
I
the
will
time.
guide others to follow after you clear
I
the
will
way.
others follow. Yes. So the ghost opens up the. Wait. Oh, he spells it's the first one. That actually makes sense. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so the guy isn't there for no reason. The first one we did actually has to do with a forlorn after all. I didn't realize that. All right, good shit. Pardon my French.
Then Ember could feel
But yeah, so the ghost opens up our path, so we can move on to essentially what's the it's kind of like the hub world of the game. So so we have this is where we access all of the levels of the game. So we now finished the I guess forest section, and now we go say hi to these guys, which are probably the coolest design in the game.
guard show, and with a bag, both guards.
You can see
started
their
looking
little
at
eyes sticking out
Guard,
out of their costumes. I love them.
Come a little closer. Let us see. We got the. Oh yes, we decide who gets to see the king. The
So now we're gonna go see the Forest King.
Yes, come this way.
Who's this, the guy who, well, this is essentially like a camp of some forlorn, or embers, I guess, and these bird people that are totally real birds. And they're all led by this, this big boy, the Forest King. It's a really cool design, I like him.
Ember was terrified, but tried not. The giants do not fear.
So the birds and the Forest King, they want to just stay here, and they're fine with just staying in their nest, as they call it, this hub area, and and they really don't want people to run off, because that's how you become a forlorn. Is you have false hope, I guess, and you run around and look for a way out or a way home, and then you just give up and turn into a forlorn, I guess. So yeah, the birds want to just have this society here, I guess, and don't want people to go anywhere. So we just tell the Forest King that yes, we will stay at this place. We will totally not go out and try to help anyone else or ourselves, for that matter. So we get a little red feather, which shows that we are part of the. For some reason, I want to say commune. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but sure. I'll stick with that.
Leave him alone. Yeah, one of us. And we all shares bags and things.
We all shares bags and things, exactly.
The
So this guy
guards
is
fought.
guarding the path to the
Stand
next
back, don't
section of the
come
game.
nothing down.
And
Go see the forest
he
king.
won't let us pass,
set you
but
straight.
we have a feather, so we're gonna be like, yeah, you know what? You've been standing here for
first.
days guarding this
Start
path.
here.
We'll do your
Promise
job
you
for you,
won't
don't
let
worry about it. And he has the
anyone
best
pass.
animation as he waddles off. For some reason, it's like super low FPS. Very strange. But yeah, so this is us guarding the
Ember didn't like
entrance.
deceiving the birds.
I figured we would just do like more of a deep
But
dive
what
and
choice did they have?
make sure no one gets through down here, maybe. And now we're progressing to the marsh section, which is good fun for a couple of reasons.
Ember
We get a
hurried
really cool
away
item
from the
there,
birds.
and which we'll get to in a bit. And we have some more
The
fun
mist hung close
strategies.
to Ember, hiding them.
Oh, these lily pads are not cooperating.
The
Here we go.
forest king seemed
The movement on
frightened.
those can be kind of
birds
janky
cruel.
sometimes.
Ember would rather risk turning forlorn than become like them.
So this is a
have
really,
them.
really cool section. I really like this. So each room in this area is associated with like a tile. So if I take this
Looked
tile
like a
right here
map, but
and move it
pieces
here, whoops, move it here. That's the tile or the room we were just in. So now we just move that room over here. So now there will be like a 90-degree.
It was the same
Turn
place
over
as
here.
before.
So you have to go
How?
back and forth and do a whole bunch of stuff. Find a new piece, put it into the map, change how everything is set up,
Scene,
etc., etc.
moment
However, we
frozen
can
in
speed
time.
things up a little bit by just going over to the little cracked parts of this platform. And when you put this object down, you get pushed back a little bit. Now we just move out of bounds, and for some reason when you're out of bounds, you move backwards. I don't know why. And also you can't get up. You can't get up from being out of bounds if you play with the controller. But if you click with the mouse, you just teleport up there. Very handy. We'll be using that quite a bit. There's quite a few instances where using the mouse is very powerful. So now just a little bit of busy work. Getting this statue all the way down. There is a way to clip it down to the bottom, but or use it to clip to the bottom, but and past those two statues. But unfortunately, similar to
The mist
earlier,
revealed a
even if you
secret
make it
place.
back there,
Was it hidden
nothing
on
happens.
purpose?
You have to actually open the gate to for the loading zone to activate. So we're on our way to get a I think it's called a lanthorn. It's just this big horn bugle thing. And with it, we can actually move certain objects in the world, which is really, really useful.
Another before
Let's go.
you took great effort to hide it deep within this riddle.
So, oh no, the path is broken. How are we supposed to get out?
Lanthorn began to glow.
Just play the horn and we can now move these platforms. There's only certain things you can move, but this is actually an item that is really, really useful for quite a few things. One of them being that you can move objects, like you can start moving an object and then you can run into where the object is about to end up and just clip into it. And then your mouse is your friend and you can do fun stuff. So now we've basically skipped like
There
a
was
little,
one
like, it's not a
last
huge
place
section
to
where we
reach
skipped
the
one
map.
section of the marsh because we now don't need to normally would do what I just did and then move all the way over to the right, grab a third piece of the map and then use that to get to the horn. But we just skipped ahead a little bit in that respect.
It was like the map had been broken on purpose.
So we'll just get this plonked into the map and then yeah, you can go for some messages if you want.
Indeed, I will. I have Monogera here with $25 that says, "Good luck with your run, Spat. Igniter of flames, savior of streams to schedule. Here's to not going overestimate." You got this.
Oh, we'll see, we'll see. Maybe we'll spice it up a bit.
All right, all right.
Go for some strats that lose about 6 minutes at a time. It'll be good.
Wait, what?
Trust me, I have a lot of soft locks in this game.
Oh, that's great, because that gives me more time to talk about our upcoming incentives, because we can add more to Stream 2 for today. We have the Ghoul School 20% upgrade that's coming up in about an hour. We also have 2 Pokemon incentives to add 2 extra boss fights to that game as well. And we have the Ratchet and Clank 20%, no major new game plus, no GS Holoflux armor incentive coming up as well. There's a bunch of them out there. Go check it out on the donation page and just select which ones you want. We are almost halfway through the Ghoul School incentive, so keep them coming, everyone.
Awesome.
Ember didn't mind getting muddy. The slide was such fun.
The slide was such fun. Love it. Alright, so there's a big evil plant thing that we have to get by, and you're supposed to feed it to a pig and some stuff. Alternatively, we have a mouse, so it's fine. So you just plunk this down, walk into this corner, and just click over here, and now, hey, here we go. Totally intended. Alright, so in the interest of not getting stuck then, and keeping schedule on track, I'm not going to do stupid stuff here. There's a lot of fun things you can do with these blocks. That will get, like, your character will just shoot across the screen and get stuck in the water. It's good fun. I'm desperately trying to make it useful. Can't make it work. And another slide. Such fun.
And suddenly,
I also love how your character never learns when it comes to the slides. You always get just as muddy. All right, so big thing here. I mentioned that corners and objects are fun, so we can do this. So that pig, you're supposed to feed like 3 different objects, one of them being this TV. And when you fed it 3 objects, it moves back to, or moves to a different screen. And you use it to access the later parts of this area. But by just zipping up on top of some invisible walls, we speed that up as well. Look at us go. Alright. This puzzle I actually have a bunch of solutions for, and they're all terrible. This one is fine, it's just not terribly interesting. But yeah, you can, while you're moving these blocks or cubes, you can very easily run under. I mean, we can show off one, I guess. We do this and a whip. We can see if this works. No, it didn't. Okay, yeah. So if you get the right angle and you just end up in the wall, you can just, again, use the mouse to just zip up to the flame, and then you don't have to go through all this. I've managed to make this work really well once. I sat here for about an hour, and I managed to make it work once. All the other times were horrible, and I had to restart the game. So, consistency is key. So now we've rescued this guy, and we no longer have any need to be on this side of the world, I guess, for now. So we're gonna grab our trusty old TV again, and we're gonna do the same thing all over again. But now we're gonna move to the left side of the area. Just line up in this corner and just perfect. TV is a very good friend. We're actually gonna use it one more time over here for the exact same purpose. I don't know why the TV is so incredibly good for this, but it's, I don't know, maybe there's something about the shape. It just really works. I say as it doesn't work. There we go. So we just move around some invisible walls here, and we just try to jam ourselves into this, jam ourselves into this corner a little bit. There we go. Take the obvious back door into this chamber. Now this is a puzzle where you need to, it's quite easy. You just need to push these in a specific order. Well, not really in a specific order, but it's a specific pattern, I should say. So you need to hit like frog, 2 of the blob dudes, whatever those are, and then a frog. And you just keep doing that, so. Frog, 2 of the other guys, frog. And if you do anything else, you fall.
Afraid. They couldn't see what lay ahead.
Alright. So here we need to guide some light, or some lasers, whatever you want to call them. No. There we go.
Ember saw their own fear reflected in the stranger.
And we just hope I remember how to do this. Hey, we did it.
The darkness hungered
For some
the
reason,
Lord.
for stuff like this, I just have no sense of, like, I struggle with, like, imagining how I need to move things to make it work. I just need to do it over and over again until eventually it works. I'm very stupid like that. So whenever I see stuff like this, I'm like, I know how to do this, but I'm not sure. It's quite the struggle. So, because we entered this this area from
Ember spoke
well,
hesitantly.
an unintended
How do we
entrance,
continue? Never knowing if we'll
luckily
reach
the game
end.
just doesn't care. Once you exit this, you just leave through the door. It's fine. Oops. Oh, my movement is all over the place now. The movement is actually kind of clunky sometimes because the camera keeps moving. I mean, for the most part, it doesn't matter. But when you're trying to go fast and the camera keeps whipping back and forth, it can be a bit of a struggle. So we're gonna have more slides. Have fun. But we only need to do... Oh, okay, there we go. We fixed the slide. So here you're also supposed to do a whole bunch of stuff. There's a plant on the left side, so you're supposed to drop some fruit down here and use a pig and stuff. We're just gonna ignore all of that and just get muddy again. Again, we never learn. And now we get to... this is a strat that if you nail it first try, it's just as fast as doing it the intended way. So we're not gonna do it first try, and we'll see how it goes. So once again, we can like move into the area. Oh, that should work. That was really good. Excellent. So yeah, you're supposed to just move all those pipes around and then ride the pipes and make like a path to the flame. But yeah, you can just jam yourself into the corner and get pushed by the pipe, and now you're in the wall. And again, we have a glorious mouse. That was an unintentional pun. Interesting.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a very nice plug.
Hashtag sponsored.
The stranger stretched their
All
limbs.
right.
Perhaps it is not too
So we're
late
honestly,
before-
yeah, we have one forlorn left to save in this area. So of course, because each area has 7 and we only need 4, we just pick the fastest ones. That's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, we've accessed this left side without dealing with the pig at all, which is always good. So now we just drop this little chain and we're on our way. So on this next screen, you'll see there's a big gap there and like a bridge over on the left here. That's where you're supposed to have the pig end up, and then you can
The
like
skull
walk
was
across the pig's head.
disgusting. Perhaps the pig
This is one of the other items that the pig wants. I forget what the third one is. But it's the TV, it's the skull, and something else. Is it soup? It might be soup. Alright. I'm not gonna do anything wonky here. There's all kinds of stuff you can do in this one. And there's a lot of getting stuck in this area, so we're just gonna play it safe. Also, I'm gonna try to do this first. Yes. So for some reason, when you finish this puzzle and you come back out, the game is incredibly insistent on you just talking to this guy again and having like a little dialogue.
The stranger puzzled over their journey.
Wait, what? Light up, please. Thank you.
Some steps felt effortless.
What is happening? I've never seen this.
Twisted by, unseen.
Patched? Yeah, normally if you get like anywhere near those like low braziers or whatever they are, then they just light up. I've never had it be janky, but oh well. We know for next time, I guess. So that is our 4th forlorn for this section. So we can now move on to, we'll go back to the hub world. We'll get yelled at because we did not do a
Gratefully, the
good
stranger
job
said,
with our guard duty.
Friend, thank you. We all
And
help each other along
then
the
we'll move
path.
on to probably my favorite section. Has some really funky stuff. This is also a section I've tried really hard to do something about because there are all these frog statues everywhere.
Ember came upon
And it's
another
really easy to clip
campfire lost in
into the
wilderness.
door for
It looked
the next
long
section,
cold,
but it's,
but ready to be lit.
again, once again, it's not useful. And I would just do some
The
really
ghosts
subpar mashing
I
for a
would
bit.
warm them. Ember looked to the ghost for answers.
People doing good?
This
Excellent.
here hope was you must
You
not
like
lose hope.
campfires?
Ember thought of those they loved.
Have a seat,
those
tell
they'd
some
left
stories.
behind. The path ahead. Know that if you
Actually,
return,
the
you
chill
will
hour.
always be welcome.
Yeah. It's a little
You have
early,
done
but
well. I will
I'll
clear
take it.
the path ahead for you.
told you I would bring it down. Gotta get the excitement of like, yeah, nah. I got this.
Like, I'm on my 4th coffee. This is great, like, downtime. Just
Yeah.
chilling. Also, can we get Stream 2 to actually hit that 17k mark instead of Stream 1? I'd love that.
Ooh.
Let's show those
You
guys
have
over at
seen
Stream 1 who's
they
boss.
know the secrets of this
Got a
place.
friendly rivalry going
Seek
on.
them out.
Stream 2 best stream, always.
I agree. I've always enjoyed Stream 2.
I'm just happy to be reading. I love this.
Oh yeah, we don't have the we used to have the text-to-speech stuff here. It's much better to have you doing the commentary, the donations and stuff.
I can do commentary, but I have no idea what's going on.
Fun.
I mean, nor does anyone
Have a
else.
good time.
And if you want to sit here, like that's fine.
Ember told the
I don't know if the
birds
cable's
about
long
all
enough.
the stadium. Oh yes.
Okay, you have to run back and forth
Nice
then.
to be-
Give you a headset and you just run back and forth.
Yeah.
Donation? Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
There's at least like 6 people on the other side of Stream 1 that are going to be very angry with me.
Alright, speaking of being angry at us, we get yelled at by the super real birds, and we get sent to the principal's office. In this case, the forest king,
Ember
and he's
felt
very
nervous
upset because he
then.
doesn't want us to leave, and we left,
You must rest now.
and we're very tired. He just decided.
You give fall, try and fail, and Ember could feel the Forest King looking this end. Why not stop?
So, of course, because we've been super good at keeping our promises and doing stuff, he just gives us the key for the next section. Like, hey, take this and don't do anything with it. So, of course, we're gonna go access the next section, which is the dam, which is good.
Yeah. Don't betray the Forest King.
Don't
again.
betray the Forest King again. Got it, got it. Oh, hey, there's
Crossroads
the
gate was
gate.
locked.
We have a key. How
Ember
convenient.
placed the key in the lock and slowly began to turn it.
Alright, we're gonna do some squishing, and we'll see if it works. Come on. No! Okay, no squishing. What a shame. Normally you could just put that block on top of your head and just run through it. It looks way cooler, but alas.
Eagerly, Ember left
So we
the
get to
bed
this section,
behind, glad
which
to be free.
has these little short ladders, and you can see a boat there. We need water to use boats, believe it or not. So we need to
Ember was at the end
solve
of
our,
smells,
water-
like it had once been
our
flooded,
water
but
situation
now was
here.
bone dry.
Alright, at least these lily pads were a little nicer. Alright, so for my favorite trick of this entire game. I mean, this right here is not terribly interesting, but it's fun. If you just hold left as you climb up here, you don't get a cutscene. And then we have this guy. I think it's called Iron Claw. He's a big evil crab dude. A real menace.
Excitedly, the stranger
Iron Claw,
said,
yes.
Friend, this together we can. I've got a plan.
And we're,
I've been waiting
of
for
course,
you.
gonna
Have you?
use the Iron Claw guy to go out of bounds. Because that makes sense.
Some in that bucket.
But first we gotta lure him out by doing this very advanced puzzle. So every time he gets to, like you lure him with the food, and then whenever he gets to or moves towards a piece of food, he turns 90 degrees to the, well, clockwise. To the clockwise. So you need to be very specific about the order you put things down here. Oh, I should move. There we go. Oh, you can move during that cutscene. I didn't know. That was fun. Alright, so now we just grab this guy, and you're supposed to use his little claw to snip a rope and progress. But we're instead just gonna jam ourselves into this corner and wait for the screen to fall down. And then once again, I'm now moving backwards, which is really difficult to control. We'll see if I can see myself at some point. There we go. And now for some reason, if you just click here on the wall, you just go to the top. I have no idea why, but it just works. Oh yeah, it's super difficult. Did you see how I clicked the mouse? Ooh.
Very impressive.
MLG, is that a thing still? I don't think so.
Showing our age here on
yeah,
stream.
yeah.
Do you have time for like a quick notification?
Absolutely, go for it.
I'd like to announce that Stream 2 got us to 17k and not Stream 1.
Excellent, good job.
Long live Stream 2! I've Anonymous here with $61 that says Stream 2 for the win indeed, and we won.
You can just keep them coming.
Alright, I have Monajira here with $11 again as well. Thank you again, Monajira. I'm doing my part. Here's to Stream 2, comfy hour, and reaching 17k for the Alzheimer fondant. Less than 3, thank you so much as well. And I have more here with another $61 that says Stream 2 hype, and that got us over that amount as well. We're almost at like quad 7s here. We have a nice number going, actually. Very nice.
Awesome. For some reason, I don't know why, but I'm struggling a little bit with turning these things right now. But it's fine. We'll make it work.
I hope we don't get in trouble for
Or we made it work, rather.
What a satisfying rush the dam waters burst.
So we release the water. Good things. And now we can use the boat to go to the basically the last section of the game, or the last normal level with the seven floor and stuff. For some reason, this animation plays twice. I have no idea. Doesn't make any sense, but it's fine. And I try to hug that pipe so I don't get stuck in the little cobwebs. You may not even be able to see it, but if you run into them, you move real slow. Just like in real life. Just less flailing of arms. I feel like that's always what happens in real life. You get some sort of cobweb on you and you just ah! And arms go flailing and you're panicking.
With everything flooded again.
Alright, time to ride another slide.
Ember wondered if now
Maybe we land on our feet this time. No. Music is so good in this area too. So now we just backtrack a little bit, go back to this area, get a little bit of a cutscene, and shows us that we have a boat.
Freed from the mud, the boat
Now, an unfortunate thing in this game, or in this route, I should say, or this what is that word? Category. There we go.
The boat was
Is that we don't get to get a custom boat. In the game, you can get a custom boat, and you can pick between, like, you can pick different colors, and if you want it to look like a fox or a duck, which is the only appropriate option.
Why the dam had been
Yeah, we don't get to do that, unfortunately, but we get to use regular boats, which it may seem janky, and it kind of is. So you press and hold the button to do rowing, so you just basically want to time your presses, and you do little sick drifts and stuff. Boat is friend. So here we get introduced to these lens things, these blue lens things, which lets you redirect light. And they're supposed to be featured pretty heavily, and they are, normally. This is the only case we see of them, really, in the run. It's not the places really is to get stuck in the wall. Good times.
As the gate, oh, what was the gate keeping locked?
Oh, no.
away?
There we go. Okay, now we get to one of the bigger, I guess, like probably the biggest skip Not necessarily the biggest skip of the game, that would be the pig stuff. Which is a sentence I never thought I'd say. But this is a reroute, rerouting I
Embo had
came up
found
with
another unlit campfire
fairly early on when I
in the
was
heart of
playing
the
around with
cave.
this game. And it's good fun. So we're gonna make use of one of those lenses that we picked up earlier. And you're supposed to bring it in here and put it in that little thing and lead some lights through the entire level and stuff. Instead, we're just gonna go grab the lens here and go out of bounds, of course. Let's see how lucky we get. That's not it. That could be it. That's not it. Just gotta get the angle right. There we go. Now we just move around for a bit until the camera freaks out. There we go. Now we just walk back and we just pop through this wall and hey, we got an item. So you're supposed to go through a whole bunch of stuff to get that item. And once again, door is closed, but the game doesn't care because we come from the other side. So yeah, this, over the previous strategy, if you get it first try, it saves like 25 or 30 seconds, I think. Which, considering the kind of game this is and like the normal time saves of strategies, that's fairly significant. Also driving into walls, fairly significant. Both can be a little wonky sometimes. Oh, come on. Oh, sick drift though. Alright, so we've actually sped up this section a decent bit. We just gotta go get our, save our little boys. And move on. And now we get to a classic thing for me. I have no idea what puzzle is coming up. I'll know it when I see it. I see. Okay. It's like always the case. My memory is so bad that I never know what's coming up. I just react to what I see.
Are you saying this is a casual run?
I mean, it's casual in a sense, but nah, it's I'm doing my best here. I'm just not very. I've almost said intelligent. I guess that's fairly true.
The dark had stolen much more.
Gimme. There we go. So the intended route for this I've never seen or done. You're supposed to put that block on top of the little snake things, I guess, but I just don't see the point. That this is how I did it in my casual playthrough, and it's how I always do it, I guess. And if you got some more messages, go for it.
I indeed do. I have Drunken Shoe here with $100. That also referenced back towards like getting Stream 2 up to 17k. Thank you so much for that. 17k and then some. Campfires are comfy. They indeed are. I'm having a lovely time at this run. I have a second donation from John Ember for $5 that says, John Ember here. Hey Spatula, me and my fellow Johns are really enjoying this comfy run. Keep it up. Thank you so much, John Ember and all the other Johns out there. You know who you are. Keep being amazing. Also, we are less than $100 away from actually meeting the 100% upgrade of Ghoul School. Let's keep it coming. I want to see some more ghouls.
Excellent. Thank you so much,
The
guys.
stranger was tired of pretending. They'd never have made it on
So
their own.
here we're gonna ride these guys around for a bit. That's not how I do it. There we go. This is fine. I'm a highly trained and professional.
Fortune had always
Please.
favored them.
There we go. Oh, that was a really slow way of doing that, but that's fine. So we just make a little path so we can ride our snake train all the way over to the flame.
Had they deserved to make it this far?
Right, that's our second ember. And then we have, well, 2 to go. The next one isn't anything super special, but the last one actually we're going to do something a little interesting with. giving out all the teasers today. It's good. Gotta keep anyone who hasn't fallen asleep yet, gotta keep you on your
Stranger
toes.
spoke simply. Thank you.
Right, so we just open some gates and we're gonna do some more boat drifting. Look at this. Oi, oi, oi. Marvelous. But it really annoys me that the little bridge thing that you can push that on the left there, and it would actually speed up this section a decent bit because you don't have to do all the climbing and stuff. But it just ends up wasting like 10 seconds or something, and it really upsets me. So this one I have a tendency to forget. I'm pretty sure I got it, but this one gets confusing sometimes.
They tried to remember, but found more voids.
It's just a lot of moving things around. In a very specific order. No? There you go.
Only
Excellent.
the shape of the thought remained.
So when using the horn to move things around, it actually can be a little clunky, because depending on your positioning on the screen, when you press the button to use the horn, the cursor like clips immediately to like a set location based on your positioning. So sometimes it's like a minor thing I've done a couple times where I try to position myself like far enough to the right or to the left to get like a better camera angle, basically, so I don't have to move the cursor around a lot because it's really slow. So in many cases it's also actually faster to just pop out of the like cursor targeting mode and just reactivate it again.
The spindle was missing.
So here we use the little arm thing that we picked up earlier to open up the gate to the last section we'll do of this. I'm stuck on this. Alright. So in this next section, it's actually kind of interesting. It's a really clever routing by people smarter than me. But once you enter this this next section, there's a giant like mechanical snake that blocks your path. You'll see him here in just a moment. There he is. So this guy blocks access to this forlorn, which is a shame because that one's fast and we like that. So normally the solution to this would be to move all the way over to the right to the next screen and do stuff there, but instead we're gonna clip into some stuff. See if we can get this first try. Oh, that was close. I'm not going far enough. There we go. And mouse is good. And we just open up this. This is one of the collectibles in the game. This is the only one we pick up because it's normally just waste time. But once you read one of these, the game saves.
Where have I landed?
So we're gonna exit the game, go back to the menu, and when we load back in, the game has us saved in this room, but we haven't hit the trigger for the snake. So we can just go to the floor that was blocked a moment ago. We're also gonna make our way down again by just doing this. So now as long as we don't go too far left, the snake isn't here. And the snake won't show up. Which in this case is good. Because this puzzle is very nice and very quick. Assuming I, as always, remember what to do. Oh yeah, there's another one where you have to light stuff on fire. We'll see how that goes. Didn't go well last time.
Had been robbed by an icy hand.
We're fine. Excellent.
They had burned so bright, so brilliant.
And that's our last forlorn.
With flicker and ash, their flame had faded.
So now we make our way back to the campfire. And then we get to the I guess like the outro of the game. The epilogue, if you want. Guess I also just haven't really talked much about the design of this game, but like just the character design, I love these little guys. They're so cute.
The stranger looked at their hands.
I'm a real
carefully.
sucker for
I had forgotten how warm it
adorable
feels,
design.
just being.
So now you'll actually be able, you won't be able to see it, but you'll be able to hear it. Now that we'll pass this trigger, the snake will show back up. Good job. Good job defending that or protecting that guy. So just a couple more drifts around here and then we're in good shape. So this will be our, well, I guess technically second to last campfire. That is now the name of the game, the second to last campfire.
The ghosts. I will warn them. Ember looked to the ghost for answers. This is the fear would not. You must not lose hope.
And I've forgotten about a lot of this stuff. The cave of regret.
Behind. The path ahead.
I see.
Know that if you return, you will always be welcome. Your journey, you have cleared.
I guess I also never mentioned, when you talk to these guys, when you've saved 4 or more, anything but 7 forlorn for a section, for any given section, they, the ghost is like, oh, hey, there are more people to save if you wanna save them, and you just have to pick like whether you want him to go open the door or if you want to stay and help out the rest of the dudes.
Only the
Oh, that guy has like something on a stick.
Know that if you return here,
Oh, is that a frog?
Always be welcome.
I don't think it's a marshmallow. It has legs. Oh, yeah, just some. Alright, just having a little snack. That's fine. All right. So for the last time, we row our little boats over to the hub area. Get another one of those elevator things, and we're gonna go see the Forest King again. So things are a little different this time. You can tell it's a very ominous atmosphere. Ooh.
Something was wrong. Ember could feel it. It was quiet. All the birds.
All right. Forest King has seen better days. And this section reminds me of Golden Sun 2, or The Lost Age, I guess is the name of it. We have a big statue of Yojimbo or something.
Chains and pulleys in the base of the chair.
So here you get the truth behind the Forest King. It's just a guy like us who's just been messing around with some levers and shit.
Real.
Again, pardon my French.
The Forest
So he
King
just like
wasn't
wobbles
real.
around a bit and is just a mechanical thing. Very rude. And now we get to go to the actual last campfire. See all the boats.
Broken boats were scattered on the water.
There we go with our campfire, and then we just need to confront the guy behind all this, the Forest King and all this. There's this poor guy, which we've seen a couple times throughout the game. Not so much in the run, but
Don't you see? What
yeah,
hope
he
can
just
there
tries
be
to
in that?
help people his own way, but it's just a little misguided, poor guy.
The path goes slipping beyond. In the end, what have I done? Slowly, the stranger withdrew. I wanted to be. How do you save others once your light has gone out?
And then he also turns into one of these little statue things, and we know what to do. Time to save the world.
The wanderer's thoughts had become twisted.
This is just a big tower thing where you get tested on a bunch of different stuff. These little platforms with faces on them blow air out, which isn't really that big of a deal for you, like your character. But at the end of this section, we're going to pick up a little flame, a tiny little flame, and those faces will extinguish the flame. So we need to keep it safe by just prepping the path.
They had watched those they care for turn forlorn.
For this section, I'm not sure if you actually need to keep pressing the B button to run, but I just do it anyway. It's just habit. Because you don't get the little dust particles, so it's hard to tell.
Had seemed a distorted mirror.
Alright, so now we're just gonna mash our way through some dialogue, and then time will be coming up in a bit.
The Wanderer searched for words. When I reached
Once we finish this little scene, then we're
I'm not
all
ready.
done.
I turned back, built a little. You hope, you try, you fail, and then nothing more. I thought I was, but without an end, they lost hope anyway. The Wanderer took a breath.
Alright, ready on time?
I thought it would lead somewhere. Me, Ember paused. So
Let's
many
go.
places, so many others whose paths had crossed their own.
Oh, there's another
After
option. I forgot about this one.
Only my boat. Finish your journey.
The suspense.
Leave
The
this place.
suspense.
Ember knew the end. Were they any more ready than the Wanderer?
Let's go together. And time. Look at how cute. So yeah, that's it for me. That's the last Campfire. It's not a super intense game, but it's super chill and comfy, and the art style is beautiful, and the narration is cool. It's a great game, and honestly, if you have any interest in playing it yourself, you haven't you haven't been spoiled much, let's put it that way. There's a lot of stuff to read, there's a lot of actual cool story stuff to hear, and tons of more puzzles that are pretty exciting, so yeah. Good stuff.
That was amazing. I love this art style. It's been a very comfy, almost hour. You went quite underestimate. Now, how am I gonna fill the time? We'll be right back, everyone. Also, I guess the other forlorns are fine, right?
Yeah, they'll see, and if we watch this cutscene for another like 10 seconds, they all show up in boats, and yeah, you lead the way. It's really cute.
It's totally fine. In that case, we'll be right back, everyone, with a lot more ESA goodness on the best stream